Hey guys, Mike B. Rolling here again. I had a question come in that is a real humdinger. I mean, it is a good question. I looked at the guy's name and I forgot it. Drunken Trucker or something like that. Man, that guy asked good questions. But he asked me how, he started off, made a comment about trucking is not for the weak-minded. You've got to have a toughness about you to be out here. You've got to have mental stability. And he asked, how do I stay positive? Man, is that ever the question of the year right there. That one takes the cake. I'll get into that in a minute. But he also asked, he said he does all 48 out 4 weeks. 90% of the time he's happy, but that 10%, he said, man, that's a mother when it hits you. And he ain't lying. He ain't lying. We all go through it. We all have our dark times out here where we just want to say F it and throw in the towel and I freaking quit. And I've had that over the years. I've had that a few times. The one reason I haven't is I haven't found an industry that I can make this much money in. I'm not a super, I'm not a doctor or lawyer or super well-educated computer nerd. I don't know how to do any of those things. This is something I know how to do, and I make really damn good money doing it. I mean, right now, we're all not making a lot of damn money. I mean, he said he was one of 10 in his graduating class, and they all went to work for the same company, and he's the last one standing. 9 out of the 10 have quit trucking altogether. But he said he's been in trucking for a year. So I can tell you, if your year in trucking has been this last year, and you're still standing, you deserve a standing O on that one, dude. It's been tough. It's been real tough. But it gets, just trust me when I say it gets so much better than this. That's why I keep telling people, don't quit, don't give up. If you just hang in there and get good at what you're doing now, if you've been in for a year, you've got a truck driving school and a year of trucking. Now you've got the experience you need to go anywhere, do anything. If you don't want to be out on the road doing all 48 states, find local stuff. Or, I say local. For me, what I call local is I run about a 3-state region, 3 or 4 states, because I haul steel, and this is the Rust Belt. Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky. That's my whole running area right there. But you don't have to go out. If you like being out, hey, more power to you. Myself, I like being home. Home time, that's my recharge time. That's where I charge the batteries. But as far as, how do you stay positive? That's actually the easiest, hardest thing you'll ever do in your life, learning how to stay positive. Basically, I'm not a religious person. I don't follow any religions, but I am a very spiritual person. And once you understand that, whether you're an atheist or not, I can have arguments with atheists all day long. You have to understand that there is some form of intelligence running shit. There's no way, and number one, I don't believe in coincidences. Never. No such thing as a coincidence. Everything that happens for a reason. The military has a saying that's called, ours is not to question why, ours is but to do or die. It's the same with the universe, God, however you want to look at it. Ours is not to understand every little detail of what's going on. Ours is to understand that our mission here is just to live, to experience. It's like this. Imagine you had a chance to ask the universe, God, I'll just say God, just for, because it's kind of all-encompassing. Imagine you had an opportunity to ask God, I would love for you to make me a strong person, a tough person, able to weather all storms. You know what God's going to do? Your wish is my command. I will make you a strong person. Therefore, I will put you in situations that any weak person would have quit long ago, and you will suffer and you will strive, but you will persevere and you will make it through that situation, and that will make you a strong person. People don't understand this. Nobody's going to say, oh, I want to live an easy life and just sit back and not do anything. Your wish is my command. Everything that you say, your voice is the word of God. It has the power of God. What you say directly affects the outcome of your life, what comes into your life. Your words are very, very powerful. Always monitor how you say things. You'll never hear me say, like, oh man, I'm so broke. I don't have any money. I don't know how I'm gonna pay my bill. You'll never, ever hear me say things like that. You'll hear me say, yep, times are a little tough right now, and money gets a little tight from time to time, but we're gonna be okay. I always address it for what it is, because after all, one of the strongest sayings in the world, and I know a lot of people hate to hear this, but I say it all the time, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's not what I make of it, it's how I choose to react to it. That, once you learn that little skill, it's just a little tweak in the programming. Once you learn how not to react and how to react to any given situation, it's actually quite easy to stay positive. I can laugh in the middle of a freaking tornado because I know, yes, this is a destructive, devastating force that's happening right now, but something really awesome is going to come out of this, and that's what I choose to focus on. I always choose to focus on the positive side, not just, oh, woe is me. I call them Debbie Downers, or, the constant victims out there. You can spot them. Everybody sees them. You could be in a room talking with 20 people, laughing and joking and having a great time, and one Debbie Downer walks into that room, and you can just feel the energy get sucked right out of that room. We've all felt it. Most people don't know what it is, but it's energy, man. You keep your positive energy. That's why I always say in my videos, keep your attitude positive, keep your energy good, and everything will work out for the better. But sometimes you gotta, not sometimes, almost all the time, to get to the roses, you gotta walk through the fertilizer, folks. Fertilizer shit. Think about that. Sometimes you gotta deal with some stinky shit to get to the roses and smell wonderful. That's the way life is. It's always going to be a challenge. None of us came here and said, I just want to kick back and drink iced tea and do nothing all day. No, we came here to experience life, man. It's not about the destination. It's about the freaking journey. Always just, you can't let shit get to you, basically. Just kind of sum it up in easy terms. Don't let shit get to you. They'll have times, I'll be driving down the road, I'll have times where my mind goes to dark places. And I'll be like, dang, man, whoo, I got to clean those thoughts up. Because those thoughts have power, I don't want to put any of my energy towards that, So then I start thinking about something that makes me, that's kind of my trick, my go-to. If I find myself angry, frustrated, and you're in the trucking business, you're going to get angry and frustrated. You're going to be dealing with some of the most stupid people out there. And I have a very, very low tolerance for stupid people. But you're going to be frustrated and angry and waiting and seeing people just standing around talking instead of getting on the forklift and unloading my trailer. You're going to have a lot of that in this business. But you just have to learn. There's a reason that this has taken longer than I thought it should have. And that reason, you may never know that reason. Most of the time, you don't know that reason. But it might be such a thing, like, imagine a car sits at a light goes green, you're sitting in traffic, light goes green, the car in front of you sitting there texting, and then you miss that red light. Oh man, that shoots me to the moon. Woo! I'm throwing every freaking cuss word out of this cab. I mean, just make a nun just blush, But that happened for a reason. Maybe the reason was, on up the road, if you would have made that green light, maybe you would have been in a crash. But now, because you had to sit through another red light, that situation has cleared, and your path has been made clear, has been made smooth. That if you heard in my earlier video I did about grabbing onto a root and holding on for dear life, that river of life is going to pound the shit out of you. Just let go, man. Let go and let God. That's a very, very good saying. Let go and understand God knows your heart's desires, your path, what it is you desire in life. The route to where you want to go, it ain't a straight line, folks. It's zigzag, left, right, up, down, sometimes backwards, sometimes back forward. There's situations and hurdles in life that you have to go around to get where you want to be. So once you start understanding that, let go and let God. It is what it is. But in the trucking industry, you're going to have multiple opportunities every single day to catch yourself getting angry and learning just to laugh about it. Just laugh it off, man. Let go and let God. But yeah, that was. I thought that was just an awesome question. I I told him I'd make a video on that. Just give me a few minutes, let me get loaded. And I just finished strapping down and tarping, and I'm watching all these guys around me strapping and tarping. And oh my God, I'm so glad I got a Conestoga on my flatbed. It may be 20 grand to put one of them on there, but it's worth every damn penny. The hell with throwing these tarps. They're in the wind, and their tarps are flying off, and these guys are struggling, man. I wouldn't want to do that. Hell to the no. Wouldn't want to do that. At a bare minimum, I want a side kit. But I love my Conestoga. But yeah, on that video, we all go through times like that, and you just gotta, I mean, I'll put it to you this way. I'm not so addicted to trucking that if an opportunity came along for me to make this kind of money or better and be home with my family more and, you know, go like be an employee somewhere, hell, I'd do it. You damn right I would. Even if I had to move to another state, you know, say a friend of mine had a business that he wanted me to run the logistics side of it, or, you know, just snowball, just throw an idea out there. But say a friend of mine had a company that he wanted me to come run the logistics side, and he was going to pay me X numbers of dollars a year, and I'd work 5 days a week, so many hours a day. It'd be like, where do I sign? I'm on my way, brother. I'm packing my shit tomorrow, you know. But, you know, I like the trucking industry, but I will say that in the last 10, 12, 15 years, they've legislated and regulated all the fun out of this business. I mean, you're constantly on the lookout because these cops out there running around, state troopers, DOT, it's all extortion. They've made laws, they enforce the laws, and if you don't follow their laws, they charge you money for not following their laws. Kind of sounds like how the mafia steps in and says, I'll look out for your business, and I set the rules on what you do and how much you pay, and if you don't pay, your business gets burnt down. I mean, it's kind of close. You know, it's extortion, man. That they've made it legal, so it's legalized extortion. But everywhere you go out here, you got to hold your breath every time you pass a state trooper and pray you don't have a strap flapping, or God forbid you ran over something on the road and you got a tire going down or whatever, and they see it, man. It just it's not nearly as fun out here as it used to be years ago, but there's still good money to be made. Right now in this slow economy, it's tough to make real good money, but just stick it out. Stick it out. It's not going to be too much longer. The year 2025 is going to, everything about this entire country is going to change in the next year. I promise you that. You're not even going to recognize this country by the end of 2025. It's going to be wicked cool. A lot of changes. A lot of people don't adjust well to change. So, you know, roll with the flow, man. Let go and let God. Just trust. You know, keep your heart's desires. Keep focused on the goal. Don't worry about the destination and how many left and right turns you had to take. Keep your focus on the goal. You know, like my goal is a happy family, loving wife, you know, great kids, paying the bills, and just living a good life and traveling. I love to travel. I haven't taken a vacation in 4 years. The economy just hasn't. You know, my family did. My family did a big vacation this summer, and they had a great time. I stayed here and kept working. You know, that's the sacrifice we men. That's the sacrifice we make. You know, we do what we do for our families. You know, but you better freaking believe I'm gonna start taking some vacations here pretty damn soon. Even if they're just little 2 and 3 day trips. You know, me and the missus just hop in a car and drive to a strange city and look around, see what's around, something. But I'm gonna do something because I'm getting burnt out, man. I need some downtime. But you know, with money and things the way it is now, right now I'm gonna keep working. But you know, just that's how I do it, man. Just try to monitor your emotions is a good way of saying it. Monitor your emotions. If you're sad or angry, you can change your emotions in 10 seconds. All you gotta do is realize that you're sad or angry in a negative emotion, and then have a bag of goodies. Something, you know, maybe it's your dog. Maybe it's sitting on your recliner with your little puppy on your lap, petting him and drinking a glass of iced tea, watching a football game. Maybe that's what just makes you all warm and fuzzy inside. You know, just have little mental games, little mental images that you can hold, that whenever you start getting really just pissed off and you're ready to throw in the towel, oh man, realize, step one, that's the hardest part. Monitor your emotions and realize where your mind's at, and then understand I need to focus on something better than that's going to make me laugh. One thing I like to do, I put on a George Carlin video or a comedy, just any comedian on YouTube, and just listen to it driving down the road. Anything to make me laugh, cheer you up, just like that, man. And you change your frequency. It's a frequency. If you go from angry, pissed off, whatever, to laughing and joyous and loving, your day will change that quick. You know, we've all had it where you like get out of bed in the middle of the night, you're going to use the bathroom or whatever, or maybe you get up in the morning and you're starting your day and everything seems to be going okay, and then maybe you stubbed your toe on the couch, and then you look back later that day and you're like, you know, my day was going pretty good until I stubbed my toe, and then it's just been freaking downhill ever since. Exactly. What changed at that point? What changed? Your frequency, your thought pattern. You went from being everything's normal, da 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 da, to son of a and then from that point on, you didn't monitor your emotions. You changed your frequency, and the rest of your day changed. So it goes back the other way just as fast, if not faster. When you're in those down, pissed off, negative frequencies, you know, pet the puppy dog, pet the cat, you know, wash your truck, whatever it is that brings you pleasure and joy. Have a grouping of things that you can use, and you can just grab out of your mental bank there and use that to change your energy, change your whole day. It's amazing. The most powerful tool I've ever learned. My wife brought me onto that years ago. She hooked me up to a video called The Secret, and it was all about the law of attraction and things like that. Watch that video. That's a great video. It's a really great video. It teaches you all a lot about what I'm saying, but it goes much more in depth, and they say it so much better than I ever could. But it's called The Secret. What was that? The creator's name? Rhonda Rhimes, I think. It was Rhonda something rather. But anyway, it's called The Secret. You know, watch that. You can probably watch it on YouTube by now. But yeah, just a quick video, man. That's how I do it. Always got to laugh, because if you don't laugh, you're gonna wind up crying, baby. So laugh it off, man. Y'all be cool on your stool out there, and keep the vibes up, keep the laughter coming, man. And whenever you get a chance, if you're feeling pissed off, call your wife, call your kids, call a best friend. Start trash talking each other on the phone and laughing. Change your whole day, man. Just like that. We'll catch y'all later. Have a good one.